Good morning, guys. Well, I'll get straight into it. This is my 281st morning since I quit porn, masturbating, and any kind of sex. And I know that was a crazy introduction, but as you guys have read the title, this is my journey with celibacy. But let me introduce myself. My name is Kai, and I am a 20-something-year-old single guy living in my dreamiest of all cities, New York City. And I'll get into the details of why I even embarked on this terrible journey, right? And we'll get into it soon, but let's get ready. So we're gonna head over to my favorite part. Oh my god, this is just a crazy introduction. Bear with me, guys. Guys, what a beautiful, beautiful day here in Brooklyn, New York. And to be honest, I had to come out here because I'm not gonna lie, like I was feeling all the urges. It's my 281st day of being completely celibate, meaning no porn, no masturbating, no sex, no hookup, nothing, completely dry. Like, it's not the most exciting thing I know. Like, especially because I'm a guy in my 20s living in the biggest, greatest city, New York City ever. So there's a lot of temptations and like opportunities to be out there, but I'm choosing not to. And I'm not gonna lie, choosing to be celibate is the best decision I have ever made in my life. And there's a lot of reasons why I came to this decision, but I'm going to come out, share this with you guys because I needed to get out of my apartment because being celibate for this 10 months now, like I've been having some crazy dreams, all right? And I'm like, this morning I woke up, I was like, Lord, help me. So we're out here distracting myself, talking to you guys because that's a way for me to kind of let out the pent up like urges, you know? So let's have a little chat. But you guys are probably wondering like, why did I choose to do celibacy when I could be living my life right now, right? But one of the biggest reasons why I chose to do celibacy was because I have been addicted to pornography pretty much my entire life. I started in 3rd grade, which is crazy because most kids are going to the YMCA or playing at the playground, but I was doing that, but I was also watching porn. And that's a crazy confession. But here I was in denial because I said, I'm not addicted. I watch maybe like once or twice a month. But the thing is, even if it was once or twice a month, I couldn't stop. I always still went back to it when I was bored, when I was stressed out, when I was tired, when I was anxious or whatever. And the fact is, it had control of me because I couldn't let it go. Even if it was sparsed out like that. I didn't want that transactional like dehumanization. It was just so dehumanizing, and I knew it had to change. And the second reason why I'm choosing to do celibacy is because I cannot do hookups. Because I'm a very sensitive guy too. I remember there was a time when like I just first broke up with my first girlfriend, and then there was just like huge hole in my heart, and I thought like, okay, I need to be out there. I need to find connection real quick. And so I turned to doing hookups. And honestly, like I was getting so attached, and like here I was like chasing after that feeling from a stranger. The most intimate thing is sex, but I skipped the whole process of like getting to know the person, to fall in love with the person, and like I just wanted the instant dopamine refill for my heart, and honestly made me feel even more emptier after. And I think I became more overly invested with people that didn't deserve my heart, people that didn't deserve my energy like that either. It's the same way around, vice versa. And I remember the same pain I was feeling, I was doing the exact same thing to the other person. I don't think it's the healthiest thing. I think it's a very risky thing to do hookups in terms of emotional investment. And the third reason that I choose celibacy now is because I have now chosen to save sex for marriage. I've rededicated that, and I'm still walking with God, so I'm still figuring this out. But I also feel like me being able to overcome and control this lust helps me to, when I enter into a marriage context, I will have so much more discipline, so much more self-control to not to look at other women outside of my wife in a lustful way, or to even be tempted to even be cheating or anything like that. Like, it's developing the right habits for me to stand strong and to be a loyal man, I feel like. And so yes, like there is a biblical and faith reason to why I'm holding myself for marriage, but it's also the practical reason of developing the strong habits to be a loyal man, to not let my eyes wander, to not cheat, to not do any of these crazy things. And I think it's a battle that's so worth doing, even if it's hard in the moment. So, and I think God has completely changed like so much of the way I view sex now. Like in the past I was like, you know, if I'm dating someone, like what's the point of holding it? Like we're dating, we're in love, like fuck it, let's do it. But now I'm learning that it's so much deeper. There's consequences to everything that we do. And sex is not just a bodily transaction. It is such a intimate and holy and like very powerful activity. And there's a reason why I think God designed it for marriage, because of how much it really brings people together. You know, doing celibacy is not easy. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's why I'm out here, guys. Like literally, like this morning, like I had one of the most like craziest like sexual dreams, and I was like, okay, I need to get out of here because Lord, I am struggling. And one of the best ways for me has been through friends, but I'll get into more ways of how I am able to stay celibate even when it gets hard. Let's get there real quick, and then we can just talk about later like how I am able to stay celibate even when it's hard. So let's go. Guys, it is incredibly nice here in New York City. Like for once, I have seasonal depression, so now that the sun is out, I'm like finally smiling and bright again. Just going to meet with some friends from church, and that's actually one of my biggest like changes in my life right now. I've never been this connected with the church before, and I'm like finally getting closer and closer with the guys there. And it's just really, I love it. I'm a really like introvert, but at the same time, I need people around me. It becomes even easier for me to feel temptations and urges when I'm alone, so I don't know. Definitely good to get out of my head.
What it is,
bro? You guys look cool.
How are you, bro?
Hey, bro. Wait, let me see this outfit. What the hell?
The outfit is right here.
Okay.
It's like he has socks on.
Let's see yours, Matt. Okay.
Just casual. Where's Daniel?
Blacked out.
You feel me? Yeah. Actually, you can't go wrong with all that.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Ukrainian slow
Slow.
out of fun.
Pardon?
Wait, I'm so close
No.
to getting one.
You should get one.
After we sell the golden retriever, I'm fully convinced that I want one now. But watch me get a dog just tomorrow morning.
You're getting a dog for the summer, right?
Yeah.
Just for the summer.
Just when I'm like done with. No, I would never do that.
Right now, bro.
Guys, I am the most overthinking, overanalytical person in the world. And if you leave me in a room alone, like all of that gets 10 times worse. So it's so important as I'm dealing with something like a porn addiction where it gets so much worse and harder when you're alone. But when I remove myself from that moment by physically being outside or like physically being with my friends, it makes it so much easier to not be so tempted by the things of that moment. It's like a mind reset, a whole body reset.
Nice.
Is it good?
They smell like you.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that was actually such a cute shot. That was a really. They smell like balloons.
Balloons? yo, right here it does smell like balloons.
Yeah, it smells like the plastic of
Nah,
the balloon.
bro, I'll show you. We'll go inside because they have the plant over there.
Thing is, I feel like a sunflower suits my personality. I know it sounds really cheesy coming out of my own mouth, but I feel like they're so like bright and yellow and
Excuse me, sir.
positive. Oh, sorry. And it has like purple underneath. Yes! This is exactly what I was wanting. Wait, oh my god.
Cute.
Wait, you remember the socks I showed you I bought?
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna buy more. I like this one.
For memory.
I like this one.
That's pretty cute.
What is it? Lemons? Alright, $22, whatever.
It's fine.
I'll buy it. I'm definitely getting these lemon socks though. I wish I could buy that little flower, the little daisy. I love daisies and sunflowers, so cute. Sometimes you just gotta be whimsical. It's not like a term a lot of guys throw around, but fuck it, that's me right now. Alright guys, I had to leave the guys earlier because I'm on my way to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. The reason why I'm like even trying Jiu-Jitsu is because like I feel like, I don't know, I'm just like very generally insecure and not really confident, which is like part of the reason why like I don't know, I don't feel like a man enough. And I remember like even in my first relationship, my first girlfriend told me she felt too masculine for me, and like honestly like that killed me, like especially hearing that as a guy. And she was valid, like I'm not gonna lie, because like we were walking downtown and this crazy like guy came up screaming and yelling and I ran ahead of her because I got scared. And I was like, bro, like I failed to do the one job as a man to protect his girl. And like that was just one of the many moments where I feel like there's this version of a man I want to be, and I'm not doing anything to be that standard. I want to do jiu-jitsu, that's why, to be more confident in myself. Part of like conquering lust is also like discipline. Same thing, if I conquer this insecure side of me, like it helps me be more the man that I want. Overcome fear, overcome lust. That's what we're doing. At first, I think there's just like an information overload. Yeah. You know? So we just want to rep out more because we both suck right now. So yeah. Alright guys, it's evening time and I'm going to a charcuterie and wine night with the guys, and this is something I've always like had a dream of in New York City because I don't know, I feel like it's just so swanky. The entire vibe of sitting with the wine or Aperol spritz in your hand and eating charcuterie and just like talking. I'm so excited. But I will say, more than anything, because not only is it just like a hangout, but like the fact is, these group of guys, they're almost like accountability partners. We're all in the same battle of trying to be celibate and staying pure. So honestly, it feels great that I have a group of guys I feel I could be vulnerable with, and like I could share like all these like crazy things like I would feel not necessarily comfortable with sharing like with like everybody, but I don't feel like these guys judge me for it, or if I like mess up. I feel like I could be me. I could come fully like vulnerable. It's just so pretty outside. We have to enjoy the weather. I'm excited. All right, guys, I am back home. I'm in my PJs now. I'm all showered up. Peep this peanut Snoopy. I love cutesy PJs. But yeah, I'm home. And normally this is the part of the day where I feel the most temptations because I'm home alone, and I'm home alone with my thoughts, which is like the most dangerous thing. Like I'm just an overthinker. But there are practical things I do, and one of the biggest things I learned is that the battle is won before it even starts. That's why it's so extremely important for me that when I'm not tempted, the things I'm putting into my head and what I consume will be later on stored in my mind when I am in the moments of temptation. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. Whenever there's like a slightly sexualized video, I just try to scroll it as fast as possible, or just try to look away. Because the moment I start consuming more of that content and like these photos or videos, the more I'm putting into my mind pictures and like fantasies and things like that, so that when I am home alone at moments like this, all that media I consume will now bombard me when I'm alone. So yeah, that's pretty much like one of the biggest pieces of wisdom I learned throughout this journey. You guys are probably wondering, like, what are the actual benefits that I'm feeling from celibacy? And the biggest thing I've noticed for myself was just how patient I am with finding a partner now. And that's not to say like I of course I crave a connection, and like there are times when I feel lonely, but the fact is like I'm not clouded by my lust or like bodily like desires, so I could see more clearly. I could see if there's red flags, I could see if there's green flags, and I just don't feel as rushed to find somebody. But I mean, of course I wanted to, but I don't know. I feel like I could take my time. But I will say there are days when I'm like, man, like I wonder how long I could be celibate for. Like I wonder actually how long I could hold off on, you know, not having sex, you know, but eventually like I want to find my wife, but that's stuff I can't control, honestly. So I'm just gonna stick to my celibacy, and there are days when it's so freaking hard, guys. Like it's absolutely so hard, but like I said, I think it's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I feel so much more whole. I feel more confident. Like physically, I don't know why. I just feel so confident, and maybe that comes from the fact that I've overcome something I've been so addicted to, or like I think there's like physiological changes too that happens when you like cut off like porn or masturbation or like even sex. So there's probably some research that needs to be done about that, but I don't know. I feel more confident. Do I recommend? 100%. But it is a tough journey, I would say, but one that is well worth it. So I just want this video to be an encouragement out there for anyone who is choosing to do celibacy or is thinking about doing celibacy. It is very much possible, with the help of the Lord Jesus, of course. Nothing is possible with my own efforts.
yeah, I hope this me being vulnerable could help somebody out there, encourage, motivate, inspire, whatever it is, that they're not alone in their walk. I'm doing it with you. So I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm so exhausted, but I will see you guys in the next video.